In 1980, the fax machine entered the market. Terry Fox began his run. Ronald Reagan was elected, another Trudeau was in power, and we lost a Beatle. In 1980, the Post-it note was invented. An arcade game called Pac-Man was released, and the world was still getting to know Pope John Paul II. 1980 was a year of firsts. It was in this spirit that Archbishop James Carney saw a need to meet new challenges in our archdiocese. He saw that our community was growing and that we needed more schools where our children could be educated and new parishes where the faithful could worship. He saw the need to care for those with special needs, the struggling and the marginalized. He saw that together we could make a difference. He saw that together we would make a difference. And so Project Advance was born. Project Advance was started to fund necessary projects in our faith community. You answered the call. You stepped up and are helping to build 3 pillars of our church. How? Your donations to Project Advance have accomplished wonderful things in advancing Catholic education, building new churches, and sustaining the ministries that help those in need. Project Advance has been here since 1980, and you would be amazed at what your gifts have created. Through Project Advance, you are the reason we've established new parish communities such as St. Matthew's in Surrey, St. James in Abbotsford, Christ the Redeemer in West Vancouver, Canadian Martyrs in Richmond, Good Shepherd in South Surrey, St. Nicholas in Langley, St. Clare of Assisi in Coquitlam, and St. Andrew Kim in Surrey. Your generous gifts have contributed to the evangelizing mission of the Archdiocese by building and maintaining our churches, our schools, and the places where our parish communities gather. Given the discord and confusion in today's world, it's more vital than ever that we maintain our system of primary and secondary schools. The students who graduate from our schools have been called the greatest work of the Church, for they are our future doctors, politicians, police, and business people. They are our teachers, tradespeople, artists, and religious. They enter the world with Catholic values, discipline, and character. Through your continued support of Project Advance, we are able to strengthen this essential pillar of our Catholic identity. Your gifts have supported schools that might otherwise never have been built, or would have been closed due to lack of funds for necessary repairs. To date, over 18,000 students have graduated from our 6 regional secondary schools, and that will rise to well over 25,000 in the next 10 years.
Hi, we're Nathan and Glenna Campbellfin. We attend St. Francis de Sales Parish. We have 4 children with us today, and 3 of them attend the elementary school here. One of them is in the preschool, and one is at home with Grandma and Grandpa.
I think it's very important that we maintain and renovate and build more secondary schools or more schools, because just as before we had to invest and build the churches where we worship and we nurture our relationship with God, the schools are there for our kids to help them along with their faith so they can learn more about their faith. And I do believe that learning about your faith and your values alongside with learning about math or science will just help them prepare so much better in the outside world. And to me as a parent, that's invaluable because I can't be there for them at all times. But just knowing that, it's a good feeling.
My name is Eva Costamo, and I'm a member of Christ the Redeemer Parish, and I'm a dentist. I've been practicing for 15 years. I myself attended Holy Trinity Elementary School and St. Thomas Aquinas High School in North Vancouver. And it's that education that helped bring me to where I am today. As a parent, I've learned the hard way that children often learn best from example. And what better example can you have than a teacher whose life goal it is to imitate Christ? I hope that by the end of their high school education, our children will have the necessary skills to face the challenges of life and to become the best versions of themselves. It's in a Catholic school that a child will learn that ultimately it's their relationship with Christ and His church that will enable them to fulfill their purpose and achieve the closest thing they can to happiness on earth.
While parishes and schools are important, the gospel demands that we help our brothers and sisters in need. The Catechism of the Catholic Church states, "The goods of creation are destined for the entire human race." You have taken these words to heart, and your efforts have strengthened our community in its faith and service. If you hadn't believed in Project Advance, VanSpec, which provides religious education for our young with special needs, and the Archdiocesan Youth and Young Adult Ministry would not have been possible. Nor would other essential ministries such as hospital chaplaincy, The Door is Open, First Nations Ministry, Prison Ministry, or the Refugee Sponsorship Program, which to date has assisted almost 2,000 people fleeing from persecution and violence in their home countries. Your generosity has helped thousands of people and has generated $189 million to date, of which $101 million has been returned to our parishes to meet their growing needs. So what's next? The Archdiocesan goal for 2018 is to raise $3.25 million to continue the momentum and legacy you have created through the years. With your help, we can continue this work of Christian stewardship and make the kind of difference that will be felt in all our parishes.
As you have just seen, Project Advance is your legacy. It's a wonderful legacy. You have provided for the building up of our local church so that our church can accomplish and has accomplished its mission of evangelization. But the work is not over. Project Advance continues. It has a future. That future is your living gratefully and giving generously. We have many needs still to meet in the Archdiocese. We face many challenges, not least of which is the seismic upgrading of many of our facilities. Your participation in Project Advance is a blessing to you, to your parish, and to the wider community. It's inspiring to know that so many of you have cared so much for your parish family and the wider Archdiocesan community. I thank you for the great legacy that you have built up over the years, and I ask you to continue sharing in Project Advance. And may the good Lord enable it to flourish in the coming year and in many years to come. God bless all of you.
Thank you for your generous support to Project Advance in the previous years. This year, we will continue to collect for the Discipleship Fund. Soon, we will generate enough interest income to invite speakers to enhance our spiritual development. The Maintenance and Expansion Fund is still an important area of focus as the building is getting older and more maintenance jobs are waiting to be done. And we're still collecting funds to build our own Canadian Martyr statue. Our goal for Project Advance 2018 is $178,000. Other than the $48,000 that goes towards the Archdiocese, $20,000 will be assigned for the Discipleship Fund. $50,000 will be allocated to upgrade our sound system. $40,000 will go towards the ventilation system, and the rest will be allocated towards the mosaic of Canadian Martyrs. The suggested pledge is $468 per family, or $39 per family per month. Please support generously.